Good afternoon from the Red Mic. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. I'm having a great Friday. I got to spend some time with a few people on my staff, including a lady on my staff who is one of our remote workers, and she doesn't get to Austin very often. We had some hardware issues that she was dealing with. We're getting her a new laptop and all of that, so she came to Austin. So we all went out to lunch. Several of us. We had seven at lunch. She also brought her husband along with her, and just the discussion around the lunch table there. We were talking about different different courses and training and staff development and things like that we've all been through. My general counsel, he's been with the agency for about almost 6 years now, and he's about to go through a pretty intensive leadership course, uh, a week long thing. It'll be down in San Antonio. Actually, it's a 2 week program. He'll be down in San Antonio for. And my operations director has been through that. I've put other people on my staff through different leadership training and whatnot. And this lady on our staff was just asking about, well, when did y'all start doing that? And when did y'all start doing that? And, sadly, it seems like most of that training started about 6 years ago when I got the job. And I think it's really short sighted. If you are a manager or a leader in your organization and you're not investing in your staff, then shame on you. Um, you should be developing your staff all the time. You should give them all the tools and training necessary, not just for them to thrive in this role, but maybe even thrive in roles beyond where you are right now. I don't think there's a better ambassadorship out there for that will prove someone's worth as a leader, as a manager, as a boss, than to have people who you've helped get into higher level positions with more authority, more responsibility, and then they find out, oh, well, you worked for that guy. Oh, yeah, well, he he trains people. He gets people to where they need to be. That's the kind of leader that I've always tried to be. I had people when I was at the Residential Construction Commission who, worked for me and are now in fantastic jobs. And I'm not saying that they didn't, get 95% of that on their own, but I like to think that at least in some way, shape, or form, maybe some of the things they picked up from me helped them in their journeys. So my red mic message for you today is develop your staff, build that bench, grow those folks, those human resources into the, the people that you need them to be, but also give them that base training, give them that experience that they need to move into roles that may eclipse where they are now. Because again, if there if there's an army of folks who have moved beyond you, but they can still point back to you and say, you know, Patrick expected a lot out of us, and you know, we worked our butts off to try to live up to the example that he led. I cannot think of a better I cannot think of a better line item in your resume than you develop talent. And that's today's red mic message. These red mic messages, I should have said this at the first. I didn't know. It's kind of scrambling for time. So I just barely sat down in time. These red mic messages are leadership and life lessons that I've come up with over 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth sports and youth scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than physical ability. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you'll join me again. We're here every Monday through Friday, 2:30 p.m. Central, live on Facebook and YouTube, at least for now. We may end up going to taping and recording and posting them up later. And if you can't watch us live on Facebook or YouTube, we're on just about every social media outlet out there. We're on LinkedIn, we're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on Spotify. So check it out, Red Mike Messages. You can find it. Just type in those 3 words. You can smush them together. You can hashtag them any way you want. You'll be able to find them. And by the way, move the studio around a little bit. Notice the Red Mike Messages sign right here. Thought that was actually it was my wife's idea. She said it needs to be where people can see it better. Well, I hope you can read it. Hope you enjoy these messages. I hope you will join me next week. I hope you have a great weekend. And until next time, as always, remember, life is short. Drink the bourbon.